Greetings, everyone. The Zimbabwean government has resolved that Zimbabweans in South Africa will be able to apply for passports at the consulate in Johannesburg, Eastgate, and also in Cape Town. There are two consul offices in South Africa, in Johannesburg and Cape Town. In the past, Zimbabweans will collect their passport forms from the consulate. They will complete the forms, do fingerprints, and so forth, but they will then have the responsibility of submitting their forms in Zimbabwe. In most cases, it has been said that you needed to have someone who share the same surname with you to submit your passport forms in Zimbabwe for them to process your passport application. So if, like I'm Mapena, so if I want to apply for a passport, I need to get a Mapena in Zimbabwe to submit for me. So all this is the thing of the past, as now Zimbabweans in South Africa will directly process their passports in South Africa. Just like if you are in Gwanda, you submit in Gwanda, in Bulawayo, or any passport office around the country, which then it becomes the responsibility of the passport office where you will have submitted. That will then courier to Harare. Once the passport has been done, it is again the passport office that will where you will collect your passport where you will have applied. So in this case, you will do all the application process at the Zimbabwean consulate. You then pick up the passport again at the Zimbabwean consulate. This, of course, is going to benefit holders of the Zimbabwe exemption permits and those that are in other permits or visas. You will no longer need to go to Zimbabwe to physically apply for a Zimbabwean passport. But that does not mean if you want to travel to Zimbabwe to apply, you cannot do so. But it's easier now that you submit. At the moment, we do not know the fees because we know that applying for a passport in Zimbabwe is $120. So because they will have to factor in the courier services fees, so we are not sure how much they are going to charge. But again, there's going to be a challenge, of course, for Zimbabweans that are in South Africa who are not documented, meaning who are not on any permit in South Africa. I was being asked by a journalist in Zimbabwe to say, how is this going to work? The issue is, if you are undocumented, you do not have a permit in South Africa, you go and apply for a Zimbabwean passport. It gets issued here. You can't travel to Zimbabwe on a new passport that is not stamped, because the issue is, how did you come into South Africa? So I'm not very sure if Zimbabwean consulate will allow those who are not documented in South Africa to apply for these passports, because once we have a new passport, you came here through undesignated entry points, say 3 years ago, then suddenly you now have a passport in December, you are traveling to Zimbabwe on a passport. The question would be, how did you get into South Africa? So that is going to be a challenge. So I'm not sure if the consulate will allow those that are not documented to apply for these passports. But those that are documented is given, so you are no longer going to be having challenges of traveling to Zimbabwe. Please like this video, circulate, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you are on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise, have a great day. Good.